Danfo offers unparalleled, curated, and bespoke tours across Africa for travelers seeking genuine cultural experiences, enriched with magnificent sights, sounds, and flavors found on the continent. Each trip is reliably curated to ensure visitors are gifted with an immersive and authentic adventure. Whether you find yourself strolling along the charming white sand beaches of Sierra Leone, feasting on the mouth-watering delicious foods in Senegal, observing or partaking in various aspects of the Isheshe traditional system Ifa native to Yoruba land, Nigeria, with Danfo, you will rediscover a fulfilling sense of kinship to the true heart of the motherland, her communities. Our core values focus on integrity, quality, safety, and sustainability. We are uniquely committed to assisting with the advancement of African infrastructure and promoting African businesses, so both travelers and the communities they visit receive beneficial exchanges. At Danfo, we understand the importance of connectivity, and we have created a model which provides bespoke experiences based on your passions or hobbies. With us, expect a long-lasting spiritual bond between you and your destinations. Live, love, Danfo, Africa. To learn more, visit danfo.africa.
Peace, family. We are live again. Dynasty Mirror Search for Huru. Guys, sorry if I sound congested because I am a little congested, but we're going to get through that. Everyone, thanks so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. I appreciate all of you at 3 Rosen on peace. Well, peace to you too. Peace to you too. Before we get started, we're rolling to Nigeria. Again, we are rolling to Nigeria. That is August 2nd through the 11th, August 2nd through the 11th for the Oshun Festival. If you are interested in joining us, please visit Danfo, that's DANFO.Africa. Again, please visit Danfo, that's DANFO.Africa to learn more. We are also going to Zanzibar in September, Kenya in September as well. Lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. And then Ghana and Ivory Coast in November, as well as Sierra Leone in November. So if you're interested in joining, please visit Danfo, that's DANFO.Africa to learn more. Shout out to Zank Tank, Party Like a Rock Star, I guess. Yeah, Party Like a Rock Star. Party Like a Rock Star. Without further ado, today's topic. So the new president of Benin met with a couple members of the AES, and let's see how that went. Let's get the play-by-play via first post, but that's good. I mean, because when when Captain Traore, when he had those assassination attempts, he tried to implicate, or he did implicate Benin, but it seems like things are changing, and the reason why Benin is having some issues at the northern border. I don't know if you guys follow what happened last week, and I just don't get it. I mean, these guys are on Okadas. I'm not going to say motorcycles, even though Okada is a motorcycle, but Okadas are just the little bikes that they use for transportation. I mean, these ain't Kawasaki. Is that the name of the bike? Or Harley Davidsons, or Ducatis? These are like just little busted down Okadas that you see, they use for transportation throughout Benin and Nigeria. So these terrorists, these jihadists, they're riding around in dusty sandals, kaftans, and pajamas, and they're just on Okadas and just pulling up, and they're literally taking out whole military installations. And I don't get it. Again, I'm not a military professional, never served in the military, don't want to serve in the military. Well, the only reason why I take that back. The only reason why I would serve in the military is because I don't understand how y'all be freaking of disability. Every single person I know that served in the military claims disability. Everybody. Y'all all claim disability. So yeah, I mean, if I get, in the military and then pulled on my neck and my back, and get an honorary discharge, whatever you guys call it, and then collect a check for the rest of my life, why not? Because all of y'all, every single body, every person I know that served in the military, they getting the check, disability check. I don't know how y'all do it, but shoot, I need to go serve in the military. Get me a disability. Give me a disability check, guys. Give me 1 second. Oh, sorry about that. I'm back. But yeah, but let's play this real quick.
Easy to understand and are incredibly effective at teaching and selling. But instead of telling you about how amazing Toonbi really is, why don't I...
Now, after 3 years of accusations, closed borders, and diplomatic hostility, the Sahel's Cold War is showing signs of cooling. And one of...
Guys, give me 1 second. I have to change a setting. Give me 1 second. It might freeze for a second, so give me 1 second. Okay, we're back.
The biggest geopolitical fault lines in West Africa may be starting to shift. Benin's new president, Romuald Wadagni, is just completing high-stakes visits to both Niger and Burkina Faso. These visits came just days after Wadagni took office, and they produced something that has been rare in recent years: a commitment to work together for stability of the Sahel region. In Niamey, Wadagni was welcomed with traditional Nigerian music, dancing, and public celebrations. The symbolism was hard to miss. This was the first visit by a Beninese president to Niger since the July 2023 coup. He was received by General Abdurrahmani Tiani before talks moved to the presidential palace. Now, following the meeting, both sides issued a joint statement calling for stronger political dialogue, deeper security cooperation, and the reopening of the Benin-Niger border.
Sur le plan sécuritaire,
the two presidents discussed the terrorist threat in the Sahel and West Africa. They reaffirmed their commitment to join forces in combating the scourge of terrorism and banditry that has plagued the sub-region for several years. They also expressed their commitment in reopening of the Benin-Niger border.
The visit marks a significant moment in a relationship that deteriorated sharply after Niger's 2023 coup. Niger's military government accused Benin of supporting efforts to destabilize the new authorities. Benin rejected the claims, but the damage was done. The border between the two countries was closed, trade routes were disrupted, and diplomatic trust evaporated. Now, signs of a thaw are emerging. Niger's prime minister attended Wadagni's inauguration in May, and both sides have since spoken of turning a new page. For many ordinary citizens caught in the middle of the dispute, the shift is long overdue.
We are really moved, filled with joy, to see that the two brotherly countries are coming together today.
He must know that he is at home. Niger is his country. We, the Beninese residents in Niger, I hope we have no problem. We are at home.
But Niger was only the first stop. After several hours in Niamey, Wadagni flew straight to Ouagadougou for talks with Burkina Faso's leader Ibrahim Traoré. The message there was almost identical. In a joint statement, both sides called for deeper political coordination, greater security cooperation, and a stronger response to shared threats.
2 juin 2026.
This visit is fully in line with the shared commitment of the two heads of state to strengthen the historic ties of friendship, brotherhood, and cooperation that bind Burkina Faso and the Republic of Benin. The two heads of state emphasize the urgent need to strengthen cooperation, solidarity, and coordination between neighboring states in the face of common threats, notably terrorism, cross-border organized crime, and all forms of violent extremism.
The diplomatic push comes amid years of growing hostilities. Niger and Burkina Faso have repeatedly accused Benin of acting as a proxy for Western interests in the region. Niger accused Benin of hosting French bases for a possible military intervention. Both Paris and Cotonou have denied these allegations. Niamey alleged Benin also facilitated terrorist networks operating in the region. Earlier this year, Niger linked a terrorist attack on Niamey International Airport to Benin, claiming the assaults were planned from inside the territory. Burkina Faso and Niger also accused Benin of enforcing Western pressure on the Sahel states. For nearly 3 years, these accusations helped to turn neighbors into rivals. Today, both sides appear to be searching for a way out. And security is a major reason why. Analysts say that Benin, Niger, and Burkina Faso all share part of the Worli Pendjari or the WAP complex. Now, the massive forest and the park system stretches across all three countries. Armed groups, including JNIM and the Islamic State affiliates, have used the area for recruitment, for logistics, smuggling, and cross-border operations.
It's a problem.
No single country can secure the region alone. Whether they trust each other or not, they face the same enemy. And before relations collapsed, most of its freight moved through Benin's port of Cotonou.
Yeah.
The border closure created costly disruptions to regional commerce. For both governments, normalization of ties is an economic necessity. The timing is also striking. Wadagni has been president for only days, yet one of his first major foreign policy moves was to visit the two military-led Sahel states, most at odds with Benin in recent years. Now that suggests repairing regional relations is already a top priority. So this is about far more than a diplomatic courtesy tour. It may be the first serious sign that West Africa's post-coup divide is entering a new phase. And if this thaw holds, the future of the Sahel may be shaped less by Paris or Washington and more by the decisions made by African nations themselves.
The planet is gasping for breath.
All right, go ahead, Castro. Unmute yourself, Castro. I swear Castro be on that Obama phone. Yeah, because you know Obama, he's building. Castro lives in whatchamacallit in Chicago. You know, they're building the new Obama library. So I guess with the library being built in celebration, they give it on Obama phone. So Castro stay on that Obama phone. You there?
Bro, it's the Obama Wi-Fi, folks. I just swapped out for my Biden phone, and it's the Obama Wi-Fi that I still got. I'm gonna get that taken care of.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
Hey, this is a good topic, though, man. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to have this conversation.
Yeah,
I
anytime.
really,
And,
I
and,
really.
and guy, I need you guys to super chat for having the conversation.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna hit the cash out.
Oh, Cash, you did. Go ahead.
Yeah, everybody hit the cash app too. Um, I want to see what AES can do with access to the seaport. You know, I am really harsh and critical sometimes when it comes to AES and the methods and the strategy of you know how they going to take carry out things, business, liberation for Africa. I feel like they're one-sided often, so I critique that. I feel like we need to play all sides. We need to be smart. Um, I do feel like that. Traore, he kind of starting to look like a dictator right now because he said he was originally going to hold elections, and I've been real vocal about that, and I've been crucial and critical. So I want to give them the leeway. I really want to see what they can do with access to the seaport, because maybe with access to the seaport, like they can get to food sufficiency a little faster, and they can get the infrastructure going a little better, and maybe they can effectively deal with those terrorists over there who seem to be putting a lot of pressure on them and their population. But yeah, that's all I have to say. I think it's a good thing that Benin would click up with AES. I kind of wanted that coup to go through, just to see what would happen with direct access to the sea. But Nigeria have to fool that. Yeah, that's all I gotta say, man.
All right, go ahead, say James.
Hey, Donis, thanks for having me. It's a great topic here, and I thought I'd give my 2 cents. Um, what we are witnessing here, it's a testament for what the AES can accomplish, right, in the region. A lot of people have doubted us. A lot of ECOWAS member countries have doubted us when we created AES. They thought we created that to antagonize other countries in the region, and we didn't know what we were doing. So time has proven that the AES is very legitimate in the region, and ECOWAS has no other option to work with us, right? So it's on full display. Our diplomacy is working, and we have Ghana that is working with us. We have Togo. Now we have Benin. All 3 countries from ECOWAS, right? The only one country that is still dragging their feet is Ivory Coast. And it's a matter of time that they join AES, because we are the voice in West Africa. There's
What
no
about
doubt.
Nigeria? Nigeria
No,
is kind of like,
yeah. So we get to Nigeria in a minute. So we are the voice in West Africa. Everybody's rooting for AES. No one is talking about ECOWAS right now. Let's be honest. So whatever AES does, everybody's on. Everybody listen. And it's a positive things. And I'm gonna, as an African, if somebody come to your home, you have to welcome them. You have to give them water. You have to listen to them. So I respect what the president of Benin has done. He reached out to the AES. We went in there when it was inaugurated, and then he came to visit us, which is we appreciate that a lot. And he asked for us to visit him, which I believe they will do so. And by the way, his wife is a half Burkinabe, the new president of Benin. His wife is half Burkinabe, which is positive things too, to look into that. So, everything else is, it's gonna work, So we're gonna take care of Kidal, which is a top priority for us. We're gonna take care of Kidal. Once we take care of Kidal, then we're gonna consolidate with Benin, right? So I believe the terrorists are very afraid now. So they're seeing that, they don't have a place to hide. They don't have another place to hide. They're begging. They want to negotiate. So we're not listening to that. We're gonna fight to the end. It's either they drop their weapon or they die. That's the option we got on the table for them. So all these people who are supporting them and try to, want us to, take a meeting. We won't be having any meeting with these people again ever. And once we kick them out of Kidal, that would be the last time they see Kidal again. They can mark our word. So that's a positive things, and I yield the mic for now. Thank you.
All right, go ahead, man's sake.
Hey, peace and love to the chat. I hope all is well. Yeah, everything what St. James said is spot on. I just remember that, a lot of people were
yeah,
just saying, You get what happened?
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was saying that I remember a lot of people were just saying that how the AES couldn't like work with people, and it's obvious it's a lie that they can, you know. So hopefully when they, have this military agreement and have the right to pursue, these terrorists won't have nowhere to hide, because people forget, right? Um, these terrorists don't care what your allegiance are. They don't care if you with ECOWAS. They don't care if you with the AES. They just want to come take over your territory, and they want you to do their bidding so they can do their dirty stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because they are literally trying to wipe out the whole West Africa. But I'm just glad that, some of these leaders are coming to their senses, I mean, hopefully, maybe one day Nigeria might come to their senses, understand that this bigger things to fry. I mean, we could solve all the issues that we have in the past, but right now it's this terrorist problem, As you can see, Dynas, AS is very influential. Not only that even when it comes to business, I'm not too sure if you're aware about this, Dynas. Botswana and Namibia, they about to have a joint military force.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know
Yep.
that.
And also too, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Botswana, Namibia, they about to connect their roads and highways together. As you see, the AS defect is in motion. Not too sure if you heard about Burkina Faso. They're about to get 40% ownership of the mines, which is a beautiful thing. So they could do wonderful projects. Niger was able to secure a 45% stake in the oil pipeline. Mali was able to secure 61% of the new explosive company up the bottom. So let's just give grace to the new president. I really appreciate him even like going to the AES countries, which he didn't have to. But like St. James said, that in African culture, when you come to our home, we offer you a chair to sit down. We offer you food, water, and then you plead your case. So hopefully it goes somewhere, and then hopefully this becomes a domino effect. More countries will have more regional partnerships. So pretty much none of these terrorists have nowhere to hide. But that's it. That's all I got to input.
All right. Go ahead, V.
Hi, good day, guys. And hi, Dynas. Yeah, the Benin and the AES. It's a positive steps. It's a positive steps, but I'm sure the AES leadership knows how to handle these people, because one thing that I would say, we at the coastal West Africa, particularly our leaders, they love their colonial masters too much, They do. It's a shame. Too many of them have their mind set up, especially the elite within the coastal West African region. Maybe other parts of maybe Kenya too, people do say that, but I'll only talk about what I know. The coastal West African leaders, if you take, say, maybe 6, 4 will love their colonial masters so much. And maybe you have 2 that will be wavering. So the Sahelians are doing very well. And as I've always believed, when the history of this time that we're in, as a lover of African history, particularly West African history, when the history is told, the Sahelians will be in the right side of history. And that's a fact. And the Sahelians are currently writing history as it is, as we live, And in say 100, 200 years down the road, when none of us will be here, the Sahelians will be in the right side of history. Because if you look at the Sahel, they have been in many of the things that has happened within West Africa. Because when people start, well, I'm going back way back now. people started migrating to West Africa. Now West Africa. Most of the settlement was done within the Sahelian region. And then later, whether through migrating down, fighting, whatever, we pushed down south. You know, pushed down south and then ended up in the coast, because apparently West Africa is was the most difficult terrain within the whole of Africa for people to settle. Was pretty wild, bushy, wild
They call it
animals.
the white man's graveyard.
Yeah. That's another history. But I'm talking about our ancestors when they first came within, migrated from the eastern, northeast, and all that, coming down to West Africa. Majority of the settlement was in the Sahelian region. So it holds a lot of West African history already anyway. And they are making more history because the nonsense that these coastal leaders are, I won't mention names, I'm sure you all know them. You know, it's out of order. You're selling your people out. You're selling your people out. You're allowing these people to write shots over you. You put your people in second place in favor of other people. Niger was selling during the time of before they had the coup. Their what is it called? Their uranium was going to France for next to nothing, while they were powering Europe. You know, giving electricity to Europe, and not just France that was benefiting from the uranium that was coming down from Niger. Many other countries surrounding France was benefiting. And in Niger, about 80% of the people did not have electricity. And this leader came up and said, enough is enough. And people are attacking the man. For what? For standing up for his people? You know, in this world, there are two types of black men that exist. There's the compliant black man, and there's the resilient black man. The compliant black man other people seems to love them. They love the compliant black man, easygoing, don't rock the boat, like the bloody fire that is sitting in Senegal now. But the resilient black man is always seen as dangerous, and it needs to be stopped. You just look back in history. Every black man that will stand up and say, I'm going to stand for my people, fight for my people, give them dignity and self, you know, as a human, let them live as human beings. They are always tagged as dangerous, and it needs to be removed. It needs to be stopped. It needs to be done away with. It's throughout our history since we encountered these people. So I wish the Sahelians all the best. You know, as I said before, when they started coming, I said, what is all this about? I didn't understand. But as I learned and I've studied and I read about what they're doing, I'm 100% with them. They should still watch out for this Beninese guy. I know he's new and he's making the right approach. It's good. Let's see what comes out of it. But the coastal West African presidents, as they are now, many of them will they are shameful, they are disgrace, they are pathetic. You don't stand up for your people. You let these guys come and bully you. You hold all the resources, and yet you don't have control over your resources. You don't have control over anything. And so what are you there for as a president? What are you there for? You can't do anything for your people. You sit there, other people come and take your resources, use it to develop their country, develop their people, build up their nations. And what are you there for? All they know is wearing fine suits and agbadas and walking around, prancing around, doing what? And when you have men that want to stand up for their people, they want to stop them. They want to use all sorts of means. And it's not just the politicians, the elite of the society too are a problem. Because they too are in love with their colonial masters. And they too are benefiting from all the mismanagement, misappropriation, the corruption. They are benefiting so much that when somebody wants to stop them, they will use every means and every leverage available to also destroy the other person. Well, you know, so the Sahelians, I wish them well. Somebody was talking about Nigeria, might change their mind. Not with Tinubu sitting there. It's not going to happen. Let's face fact. Maybe if they have a new leader, and maybe the leader will have some sort of, I don't know, some sort of I can't even find the words to say, but we'll have a different approach. But with Tinubu, it's not going to happen. But I like the new guy. Well, I wouldn't say I'm still. I have to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I'm still holding on a little bit. Let's see how his approach goes, and let's see what he's got on the table. Because West Africa, we need to come together. We need to find. You have somebody that wants to stop the French currency, and they are destroying that man in Senegal for what? That he's this, he's that, he's. I mean, as I said, they love compliant black men. They love them because they won't rock the boat. They're all quiet. They will say, yes, sir, master, and then everything will be taken along. But if you stand up as you're going to stand for your people, believe me, you're not just going to fight your adversaries, you'll be fighting your own elite within your countries as well. So let's see what happens. And these terrorists, as I always keep saying, if they get through the Sahel, they're not going to just stop there. They'll come down south. So any government that will stand up and work with the Sahelians to stop these barbarians, it's all the best. Anyway, that's all I have to say for now.
All right, go ahead, CD.
Hey, Dennis.
Hey.
So yeah, my thought on this guy, what his name, Gagani. So basically, he worked with Patrice. He was the finance minister for that guy for the past 10 years, from 2016 to 2026. He worked with Deloitte in New York for some years, and then he served that guy government. So I'm a little bit suspicious of him, but again, if it worked, I hope it worked. And Sahel leadership, they know very well, they know traitors because they were able to figure out who Doumbouya was, and they kept a distance away from him, right? The Guinean president. So yes, this guy that just got elected for Benin, and the military came, they took over. And Macron sent Nigeria to overthrow to counter the coup d'etat, and it failed, right? So, yeah, he is in Benin today because of Patrice, because he brought him to be the finance minister for that country. So he may be playing some politics, or maybe he trying to somehow, save Benin from terrorist attack. But I can't 100% trust him. But again, Traore, they have better understanding than I do. They know very well if this guy is playing game, they were able to figure that out, But at this time, it's too early for us to talk. We don't know his intention, and we have to wait and study what he's doing, right? And in West Africa, again, I don't think if these West African actually supporting the terrorists, like people always say Africa is supporting terrorists. I don't think so. Because the thing is, they're afraid of France, specifically France. When you go against them, they come, they overthrow you, they destabilize your country. This is what they've been doing. So they're probably quiet because of that. But I don't think if West African country actually supporting the terrorists, right? But they're keeping a distance from Sahel because they're afraid of them being overthrown, right? So that's the point right now. But I'm still suspicious of this guy. The only thing that I'm kind of a little comfortable with him because he got a little bit of American mentality because he was educated here. He worked in the corporate environment, so maybe he come with different perspective of different idea, different from the previous president because he was a businessman and he was carrying Benin down the drain because Benin being very stable, one of the most stable West African countries, even in terms of democracy, right? They've been having very good stability, Even their former president, Boni Ayi, he been almost every election that they have had in West Africa, he been coordinating most of those elections. But Patrick was the one that was trying to bring serious crisis to Benin. But yeah, we're praying that this should work. It's always good that we should have alternative, which is Sahel, then following, ECOWAS, right? So West Africa compared to East Africa, I think West Africa, when you're in West Africa, you feel very comfortable. You feel that we are in control of the situation compared to East Africa or South Africa, right? It's no comparison to West Africa because we have a lot of totally independent country in West Africa compared to East Africa. There's no comparison. If what I'm talking about, if anybody who visited both South Africa, you would thank God that West Africa seems to be more independent than East African country,
So
But
who
again, I'm
East
still
Africa
suspicious
depend?
of him. I hope he will do the right thing. I hope he's not coming with some politics to Sahel to show face, but in reality, this is not what he is stand up for. But I'll learn for now. But thank you.
So
Guys,
who?
hit that like button again. Please hit that like button. I'll put the link in the chat room. And y'all, don't be stingy. It's okay to super chat. Like it's okay to super chat. Don't be
Yeah.
stingy.
I don't.
All right,
I
go
don't
ahead.
agree that West Africa is more independent than any other region in Africa. Because like who does East Africa depend on? Because one can argue that West Africa depends on the West. Like ECOWAS, they get most of their funding from the West. So who does East Africa depend on?
Well, when I say East Africa, that you can find countries like Burkina Faso. Let us say, for example, compare Burkina Faso with places like Kenya, right? You go in Kenya, there's certain part of that still under the colonial rule. The British people that were there, they own lands, they own vast majority of the land in Nairobi. You see that in Kenya, but you won't see that in Burkina Faso. You won't see that in Mali or Guinea, or even Ivory Coast. You won't see that. And those land, they were being owned by the British people since the colonial time. Of this
So the
time, they
French
control
don't
those
own
land.
no land in Ivory Coast, is what you saying?
No, you're not understanding me. I'm just giving you an example. French
I'm
people,
trying to I'm trying to draw
they
the
not own.
equivalent.
There's no specific land compared to Kenya. There's no part of Africa that is owned by the French. That this is the part of the French people that control that. What I saw in Nairobi is completely different. There are certain part of Nairobi where you see only white British people own vast majority of the land,
Yeah,
farmland,
I gotta agree with City
horses.
on that. When I
Well,
went to Kenya,
Nairobi
same
is the
thing.
city. Nairobi's the
I
city,
said
and you're
Kenya.
comparing
I'm
a
just
city
saying
to a
Nairobi
county.
as a capital city, but I'm talking about Kenya in general. Have you been there? I've been.
I've never been to Kenya.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. So
I've been there, so
I'm
I know what
just,
City's talking about is true.
yeah.
What
I'm
he's
just
saying.
telling you right now. Anybody, even Botswana or Namibia. This country are on slavery. I'm telling you right now.
Well, yeah, I know, but
It's no
well,
comparison
Namibia,
to Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso is completely totally independent.
but
Right?
Ethiopia is pretty independent, and they're in East Africa. They're building their own dam out
Well,
of their.
I'm not seeing all the country over there. I'm not just seeing a few countries
Well,
in
I
East
mean,
Africa that
you could compare Ethiopia to a place like Burkina Faso. You see what I'm saying? Because they like,
yeah, I mean Ethiopia is exceptional. I'm not talking about Ethiopia. First of all, they were not colonized, so but they still have some issues going on in Ethiopia anyway. So and the reason why they develop again compared to a lot of East Africa is because it's zero tolerance for corruptions. So that's why you see their capital city being one of the most fastest developed capital city right now in East Africa, right? But if you go
right.
to even in Kenya, there's certain part of Kenya where it's owned by Indians. No
Yeah,
black people.
I'm aware of that. Even in Tanzania, there's some Arabs that own like the island off of Tanzania. So,
Yeah, but you don't see that in Burkina Faso or
right,
Guinea
right.
or Mali. Or that's what I'm saying. I'm
I
just
see.
making comparison. But what people who are saying that West African leaders are selling, well, we are totally independent. West Africa, if I'm gonna go to Kenya because of money, but the reality is if you visit, if you used to West Africa and living in Kenya or in any part of East Africa, it will be you find it very difficult to live. Because black people over there, they are on a modern
Desirable to be in
slavery.
East Africa or South Africa versus West Africa is it's like y'all done decimated a lot of the forest and a lot of the wildlife in West Africa, and a huge part of the attraction of East Africa is the safaris as well as South Africa. People go there to see the
And then
lions.
all these safari that you see are all owned by white people. Tell
Indeed,
me,
indeed.
almost 99.9% is
That's
owned by
because
white
if
people.
black people owned it, it wouldn't be no safari.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's why I prefer West Africa. We got our own things. We own our own shit.
And
I
that's
mean,
why it ain't no
listen,
more
So,
lions in West Africa.
it
So it's like it's
depends.
a
so
trade-off.
we
It
run things
Hey,
in West
Kasha,
Africa.
we got black-owned safari in West Africa.
Yeah, we
You
run
should be
everything
Bruh,
in West Africa.
y'all
you
got
should visit us.
y'all got
I'm not.
boo-boo
No, so,
foot
no.
safaris in West. There are
Kasha,
no lions.
I'm not
There are
comparing
no
West Africa to.
elephants.
I'm not
Come
comparing
on,
West
bro.
Africa to South Africa, but if you
I
want a
just say,
black-owned safari, come to the Sahel. You will see a lot of that
No,
going
Yeah.
I
on.
can go to Zimbabwe and see a black-owned safari.
No, no,
I
no.
don't have to go to the
No, no,
Sahel.
no. You made the reference that most of the
Most
if
of the animals have been
any
decimated in
safari is
West
owned
Africa.
by a black man, that safari wouldn't exist.
Well,
So I'm
there's one owned
countering.
by a black man in
Okay.
Zimbabwe as well,
Well,
brother.
that's fine. So we have them in West Africa. They still exist. You can
Yeah,
visit.
but you don't have many animals in West Africa.
How do you know that?
You can look at the numbers.
No,
How do I know that? You can look at the numbers.
hold on, Castro. The big five is not in West Africa.
It's not. It's not. There are very minimal elephants. There are virtually no lions. It looked like a damn dead zone in y'all safaris in West Africa, and I've
Okay.
never been there in
I
person.
mean,
I've seen it only online.
listen. I just wanted to say, if you talk about, let's go back to we're talking about which region is more independent. It depends on when you're talking about independent, what you perceive as independent. West Africa, we don't control our economy. We don't control our mineral resources. It's not the Sahelians are setting the pace.
That is not true. I don't know what you mean by we
That
don't
is true.
control our own economy.
That is
The
true.
resources.
That is true. Please,
The
let's
British
not
got their hands firm up y'all back.
If you have your resources that you are getting some, even today, some minerals, they're getting 5%.
No, but that's why you don't understand. It depends how if you let us say, for example, right?
Please do not patronize me. Don't do that.
I'm not patronizing
What
you.
is it
I'm
I
just
don't understand about you owning just 5% of your mineral resources as a rip-off? What is it? Explain to me.
which
What is it that
country
I
that
don't
own
understand?
5% of their resources? Where is that?
I'm saying that certain minerals in Ghana,
Where?
certain minerals.
Which part of West Africa?
Please. In West Africa, I'm talking about Ghana. Up until recently, certain minerals we
Oh
were only
man.
getting. Can I just finish, man? Can I finish? I'm not dumb, you know. I've worked in educational system, and the one thing that you do in work in education system in Europe is they teach you how to research. Okay? And I'm not going to come here and talk about something that I don't know the facts about it. Up until recently, certain minerals, we were only getting 5% of it. Even now, we just found lithium. The previous government negotiated 11%. And people were up in arms and screaming bitterly that how could you nowadays negotiate to get just 10% or 11% or whatever. This government comes in, I don't know
You
what
know,
kind
you
of
from 5% to 11%. I don't know which percentage that
I'm
you
not
give.
talking about, listen, you don't listen. Try and listen. Listen before you speak, okay? I said, I'm not talking about lithium that we owe 5%. Lithium, we just discovered it. That's what I said. And we're negotiating on that. And the previous government negotiated 11%. And people were complaining that that's too low.
You spit numbers for him. He's not listening to you. He don't understand.
All right, but then let me explain to you that what I know.
No,
what I know.
You can explain. You told me that
All
I
right,
should give an example.
but I just
something.
listen to you. Let me talk to.
Wait, CD. Wait. I said, and this government comes in, and now they've done some shady deal, and it's come down to 6%. I don't know what is going on. I don't understand it. But
All
what
right, but
I
then
know,
let me talk.
what I know, negotiating down from 11% to 6% is not right.
All right, okay, can I talk now?
You're talking about independence. The Lebanese run our economy.
Okay, can I talk now? Let me
listen to me. And there was a report a few years ago that I read that without West Africa, the Lebanese economy in Lebanon will collapse. They make their money, they take it straight to France. They hardly bank. Before they take our gold from Ghana, they sell it abroad, they keep the money abroad. They don't even bring the money back to Ghana until the government, the left said, no, whatever you sell, bring the money to us, because it gives us some sort of leverage on the exchange rate. Because everything we do in West Africa, we have to convert everything into dollars. You have French West African countries, they're using a currency that the French themselves don't even use, making their goods that they produce within their country too expensive. They take that CFA, they take it to Europe. It's meaningless. What are you talking about independence? What is independent there?
all right, I'm just making comparison here. You want me to explain to you why the Ghana is getting 5%? Let me explain
Don't explain to me. It's a ripoff.
All right, okay, let me explain my part so the audience can understand what I'm talking about. Can I?
You can, but I mean, I don't.
Okay, so all right, let's say for example, right, in Ivory Coast right now, the offshore drilling that is going on in Ivory Coast is done by Italian company, right? They said there's an oil in the middle of the sea. And this is a resources. They not even show the quality of the resources, right? Number one. Number two, it costs them a lot of money to get to that resources in the middle of the sea, right? It's not like in Nigeria where there's an oil fee where Dangote then can just go and it take them very limited amount of expenditure to get to the oil, right? Why you do offshore drilling? It costs you a lot of money to get to that oil. So when the Italian company digging those oil, they only giving 20% to the Ivorians because they not sure the quality of the oil, number one. They are not even sure the quantity of the oil they're going to get. So they're taking big risks. So it's capital intensive to get the oil from the middle of the sea, right? If you were easy, Dangote could go in the middle of the sea in Ivory Coast and do it for Ivory Coast or Senegal. That's why he go all the way to Angola, because Angola is not costing that much money to get oil from Angola. He's getting oil from the US. Why is he going all the way to Angola? Where is he going to the US coming to the US to get oil? Because offshore drilling costs capital intensity. They have to use a lot of heavy machines to get those oil from the middle of the sea. So that's why most of these countries get 20%. But that doesn't necessarily mean they don't have control over their resources. You can decide whether they should do it for you or not, right? Compared to Kenya, what I see in Kenya is completely.
So what's about to happen if we keep comparing the two coasts, right? We will leave it here at 10 o'clock. I'm guaranteeing you. So can we make it like I want to focus on West Africa, bro.
Right. Yeah, no, she was the one that talking about white people taking our land and doing this. You know, I understand that, but and then
you're the one that started it. And I was telling you that we're not that independent, especially up until the Sahelians came along, that now they're negotiating reasonable percentages out of their resources. We're not that independent. You know, Ghana, when we find the oil, in Ghana, when they discovered the oil, the company that they were using, they came in and said, oh, well, it's difficult. Same scenario, same thing that you're talking about here. It's difficult to do. We need this huge capital intensity to get the oil out of the sea. And the government said, okay, they didn't know either. They were going by these foreign companies' sort of information and this knowledge that they were giving to them. They said, okay. And I think they negotiated, I don't know, maybe it's around 18% or 15%, something like that. But what the government did, they said, but you know, whenever you discover oil, you're bound to find gas. But what the government did was he stood his ground and said, okay, we'll let you go and do get the oil out, but every gas you find is for Ghanaians. You get none of it. They weren't happy, but the government stuck to his ground, and now every gas that we are producing in Ghana is 100% Ghanaian owned. And now it's making Ghana gas sufficient. It's taking time, but we're getting enough coming through now. Before we were relying on Nigeria to sort of top up what we were lacking. And also I think Guinea, that Guinea, I've got it, not Guinea-Bissau, the other Guinea, Equatorial Guinea, yeah. And
Yeah, good luck with that. You guys
That,
do well.
that's
But yeah,
very
but back to
positive.
the topic. I don't trust Benin president. I don't
No,
trust
no,
him.
no. CD, it's not. It's the diplomacy, right? The first
Yes.
step is the diplomacy to let
Right.
you know that we are not belligerent. We're not, we're not trying to undermine his leadership in Benin, which is a good thing for the people. Like the border has been closed between them and Niger. A lot of people lost their businesses, right? Their livelihood. This is not a good look for West Africa. My first thing is to ease the relationship so all these businesses can come back and create job again for Africans in that region. That's my first concern, right? Once we do that, so when you travel to Niger and Burkina Faso, you can see broad is the military personnel. This is going to be a military conversation. Once we do the diplomacy, they're going to step back and let the military handle the rest. If the guy appears to be legit, we will do business with him. If it's not legit, we will fall back. So he understands that. So nobody's not going to be no love lost. He made the first, he came to us and we respected that. So the military is not going to start talking. They're going to start cooperating. So basically we're gonna monitor the progress, right? If we see any progress, then we will applaud it. If we don't see no progress, then we will call our leadership to the table back again so they can reinforce the agreement. We are not stupid in the Sahel. We're not idiot. We know how we got the power, but at the end of the day, we still have to remain brothers. That's my hope. This guy was talking about Nigeria. As I told you, I came on down this show. I said they gave the leadership of ECOWAS to Tinubu. He didn't travel to nobody's country. So I don't know why we keep talking about him. Under his leadership, he lost 3 countries. He didn't care. So he cared about Europe. He cared about these partners out of the continent. So ECOWAS, AES is now, we're not bothered about Nigeria. If Nigeria wants a relationship with us, there's no way to find us, man. We're not hard to find. Everybody seems to find us. Ghana, Togo, now Benin. We're easy to find. Tinubu doesn't care. He turned his back on us. He wants to do his own thing. We wish him the best. The day he decides to reach out, we reach back up. Thank you.
All right, go ahead, Super African.
Man, Dennis, how you doing, man? Everybody, can you guys hear me?
Hey, Super African. Why are people causing so much trouble in northern Nigeria? Why? Now they got to the southwest. I mean, why? And they hide in the bush. Why, Super African? Why?
That's the Yorubas, man. You know that, man. That's the Yorubas doing
that. Oh,
it's
the Yorubas doing it. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course, you know that. They trying to blame it to the to the Fulanis up there. They always blame the north. That's why I don't understand about people that live in the south and then the southwest and the southeast, right? They always blame the people in the north, man, for anything.
Oh Lord.
You know, our fathers, our parents usually tell us, right? Anybody that blames others, for their problems, you don't take them serious. Because they look for problems that they don't want to solve their own. So that's what I think it is, man. Nigeria needs to be very careful, man.
All right, we'll get back on top. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Okay. V, man, V, my sister, man, my Ghanaian sister, man. Praise to you. Everything you were saying is perfectly accurate. Everything you were saying was perfectly accurate. But you see how another African tried to fight you as if what you were saying was inaccurate, right? Yesterday or 2 days ago, Dennis had a live show, right? City says he support America in anything because what America gave him, successful life. So what he was doing is he was examining his own life because what America gave him everything, right? So he don't care about Africa the way he's supposed to, because you know why? If you say you support America into anything, that means you support the West to do anything in Africa and subjugate Africans. So when V was trying to expose the mineral deals, you try to protect the Westerners. I've seen in my own country. My Minister of Information said publicly out of his own mouth, our own gold, we only get 1% or 2%. My minister. And he's a fool. Do I agree with him? Hell to the no. But CD, man, please, man, don't come up here and try to tell us as if we
No,
don't
but
know
that
what's
was
going on.
Middle East. That was Middle East and the West.
No. We know what the West does in
Saudi
Africa.
Arabia versus
We know what
America.
the
Any
West
part
does
of
in
Middle
Africa.
East versus
We know
America, I
what
will
the
support
West does in
America.
Africa.
No,
She said it. Up to this day, it took
no,
Burkina
Ben,
Faso.
we were talking about Middle East.
To
We
wake
were
up
talking about Middle
Ghanaians.
East.
It took It took Burkina Faso
No,
to
that
wake up
was Middle
Ghanaians.
East,
As
bro.
we speak, as we speak, Burkina Faso has five gold industry that owned by the federal government. As we speak, before they barely even own one. As we speak, that's why Ghanaians are waking up and see. No. You understand me, right? So at the end of the day, City, please, I understand.
No, don't clarify that. It was Iran, Iran, and US.
You are very similar to Elvis, man. You are very similar to Elvis because you guys only look at things as individual. Your family success in America. That's the only thing you got cares about. We up here, some of us up here, we care about the overall about Africa. We care about other Africans. You don't care. You just care
That
about
was Middle
the
East.
position the
That
white
was
man
Middle
gave
East,
you. You
Middle
just care
East and
about
the
the
US.
position the white man gave you. You said it perfectly yesterday. You
No,
talked
but
about
I
the
said
white
it. I'm not
America
denying
gives you
it, but I'm
everything.
saying
Okay,
we are comparing the Middle East
that's
with the
why
US.
That's why when V was trying to expose what they do in Africa, especially when it comes to minerals, you fought back. Because you know exactly what you was doing. You know exactly what you was doing.
The comparison was the Middle
Because the
East.
oil is in the ocean. It's more difficult than that. Come on, man. We already know what they do. We already know. We already know in Africa. Most contracts.
Your ass, City.
You won't find a country.
But why is it that your brother is now going to get the oil in the middle of the sea, going all the way to Angola or US to get oil? Why Dangote is not helping us to get the oil? Because he knows it costs a lot of money to get it. That's why he go to Angola.
You want to use an example of Nigeria when it comes to oil? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You want to use an example of Nigeria when it comes to oil? It took a private man to open up his own oil refinery.
No, you're not understanding my point. You're not understanding my point. My point is
your point is a white man talking points. I know exactly those talking points. Oh, it's going to be difficult because it's in the ocean. It's going to be more expensive.
Ben. I'm saying that it costs.
Volume of oil. Come on, man. You said it exactly.
No. But let me clarify my point.
You are Captain America Africa. That's exactly what you are.
All right, let me clarify my point. Let me clarify my point.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Just stand by it. Just stand by. There's nothing wrong with it.
So my point is, Ben.
America gave you this and that. I understand that, but me, I care about majority about Africans.
No. I'm not comparing America with Africa. That's no comparison.
No.
The comparison was the Middle East.
I care about Africa having a pride. I care about Africa having infrastructures. I care about Africa having 24/7.
Yes, of course, we all care about that. We all care about that.
You don't care about it. You care
we
about
do.
it to a certain extent. As long as the white man is behind. As long as the white man is behind, you care about it. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Ben, you're not understanding my point. These are two different arguments.
I don't know what they teach you in Liberia, man, but something is off, man.
All right, okay. Let me explain my point. Let me explain my point.
White allies, man.
But you have to explain. Let me explain my point.
You said it yesterday. You clearly said it.
All right, okay.
You said
but
it. I was listening.
Hey, Ben. Let me tell you something in his own language. Maybe you understand me. Hey, CD.
Yes.
Hey, Flaken be called.
Don't speak my back to him. Don't speak my back to him, man. This man do not care about this man. Because this man do not care about his Bambara people. He don't. He do not care about his people. He do not. He do not care about his people, man. He do not care about his people. But V, man, V, my sister, you said
Flat
it
John.
perfectly. You nailed it perfectly. You nailed it perfectly, my sister. You nailed
All right,
it
okay,
perfectly.
Ben, you're not
We need more
understanding my
people like
point.
you.
Wait, let me
All
explain
right,
this
go
to
ahead,
you.
go ahead. Let me shut up.
All
Go
right,
ahead.
okay, yeah. Thank you very much. So what I was saying is, I was comparing the Middle East with America. I was saying that I will support America against any Middle Eastern country, right? That was my point yesterday, right? And when I mentioned about offshore drilling, I said, well, why Dangote is going all the way to Angola and he's now crossing the border to Ivory Coast to get oil? Because it would cost him a lot of money to get the oil from the middle of the sea than going to Angola, right? That was my point. I'm not saying the amount of money that the African that we getting from this oil company is barely minimum. Yeah, it's true, but we don't have the means to get those oil, right? But yesterday argument was about Iran and America. And I said, yeah, I support America 100%. What I got to lose to going against
What,
Iran?
what, what exactly? What exactly are you supporting America to accomplish? No, it's part of what you're asking, Ben. It's part of what
Yeah,
you're asking.
yeah. The point was the point.
Exactly what he said. Let me quote him exactly what he said. This is what
Okay.
he said, City, right? Wallahi, this is what you said, City, right?
Yep.
I support America in anything because you know why? America gave me everything. That's what you said. To my mother, that's what you said. It came exactly out of your mouth.
Oh
You said,
yes,
I
of
support
course.
America
That's what I
anything,
said.
anything,
Toward
anything.
the
Because
toward
why?
Middle
America
East
gave you everything. That means
against
ain't no
Middle East
individualism. That means
against Middle East.
no. That means
That's what
you
I
don't
said.
care
I said
about your
against Middle
people.
East.
No. You never said in Middle East. You said in anything. That's
No,
what you said.
I
And
said
then you
against
finished
Middle
it.
East.
You finished it because America gave you everything.
Okay,
You
Ben, you know
understand, right?
why? You
That
know
is
the
a
reason
president,
why?
right? In
You know
Africa.
why I
That is
support
a
America
president in
toward
Africa,
Middle
right?
East? Because I have friends that went to school in Saudi Arabia, right?
This is
Let
not
me
about
explain
Middle
this to
East.
you.
This is not about Middle.
Middle
Do
East,
you want me to play
if
it back? Do you want me to play exactly what you said?
no, I
I got
said
gadgets now. I
I
got
would
gadgets
support
now. Do you
America
want me to
against
play
Middle
exactly
East.
what you said out of your mouth? There's nothing wrong with it. But City, just stand by what you said. Nothing
That's it.
wrong with that.
I said
I don't
toward
believe
Middle
100%.
East.
No,
I said I
there's nothing
support.
wrong with that. I understand you. I understand you might be very, very successful in America, right? There's nothing wrong with that. I understand it.
But
But let's be
I'm
fair.
seeing the same thing again. I said
No,
toward Middle
let's
East.
be fair.
If
Let's be
America
fair.
against Middle East, I would support America.
City. Let's be fair. How America control the world. Let's be fair. How America dictate around the world. They don't do it by because of because of God gave them all the wealth. No, they do it by guns. They do it by sanctions. They do it by defeating other countries. Right or wrong?
Well, that's the power.
So
That's
you
the
stand
power
by
they
it.
have.
You stand by it. No, you stand by
So
it.
God
But
gave them that power to defeat the other countries.
No, but I was talking
okay.
in terms of Middle
Even
East.
if
First of
God give them
all,
that power, right?
if you say Middle East, there's 90% of the
No.
Middle Eastern
Oh
takes
my
out with
God.
America, right?
Oh
So
my
why
God.
would I not support America? When
You
you talk
prove me
about
right.
Bahrain,
You
they
prove
with America. When you talk about
you
Saudi
prove my
Arabia, they
point
with
again. You
America.
prove my point again. When V was talking, you kept on trying to defend. You kept on trying to defend the West when it comes to resources. Oh, the West don't do that to Africa. The West sees you equal. No, that is false. You know exactly what the West do in Africa when it comes to resource. You know any president that try to fight for the resource the way it's supposed to, they unalive you. You know that. You know that. That's facts. That's
Ben.
facts.
That's
Any
not how it works,
president.
man. That's not how
No,
it
that's
works.
no.
You
What are you
can.
telling me? What are you
You,
telling me? What?
oh
But
my
come on,
God.
man. Are you kidding me? Are you
Oh my
kidding me?
God.
What
First
are you
of
trying to
all,
say? What are you
first
trying to
of
say?
all, every country has the right to negotiate your own country how you want to get your
The
resources
West do
out,
not
right?
negotiate. That is
So
not a negotiate.
if
Not a
you
good. No. That is not a negotiate. That is a surrender. The West wants you to surrender. That's how they operate. The West wants you to surrender. That is not a negotiate. Negotiate is I benefit, you benefit, my people benefit, your people benefit. The West do not operate like that. They do not operate like that. Come on now. What are you trying to tell me? Nothing wrong with that. Just say it. Just say exactly what you meant yesterday. Don't try to hide it. I know there's plenty of Africans that's been very successful on the downfall of Africa. Nothing wrong with that. You might be one of them. You might work for a company that in Africa they subjugate the Africans. Nothing wrong with that. But don't try to fool us as if these companies, they see Africans equal. They want to develop Africa. No, they do not. They do not.
I didn't tell you that. I did not tell you that, Ben. I'm just telling you that you did have to spend money to get this oil out.
You are Africa. That's what you
No. It was not Africa and America.
No,
No.
you are. No. You said it yesterday. You see, you've been up here plenty of time trying to hide it, but yesterday you slipped. You slipped.
I said I support America against the Middle East. That's what I said. I have nothing to gain from the Middle East.
You said you support.
That's what I said. I said Middle East.
Anything because that's what you said. Because America gave you everything. You said that.
I said Middle East because the reason is I got to give you a certain point. I got to give you some reason why I support America toward Middle East.
You keep hiding.
You want me to tell you that?
Middle East, right? So do you support Donald Trump when he bombed those little kids' school? Do you support that?
What little kids? What little kids?
In Iran.
Yeah. I did support it because my taxpayers' dollars supported it. So technically, yeah.
Okay. No. Do you support
that? Man, fuck them kids in Iran. I don't care about them kids.
Ben, military operation comes, there are certain mistakes that go on the way. So
I ain't talking about you.
Then when military operation takes place, there are certain things that go wrong.
Because no.
Why should City care about those kids in Iran, bro? Why should they care about those racist kids in Iran that don't like black people?
Who's this person, man?
It's a legitimate question. Why does it matter who it is, bro? Like, why should we care about some kids in Iran?
What do you mean? So then, okay. So
man, get the man, bro. You
hold on. Are you telling me
social justice warrior for people who don't even like you?
What are you trying
people who are actively racist against you?
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Exactly. Who slaved you? Who makes sure?
Arabs enslaved us.
Wait, hold on. So
Arabs enslaved us.
These people, man, get
Iranians are Arabs.
Look what just happened in South Carolina.
What happened?
Who's the governor?
What happened in South Carolina?
Who's the hold on. In any state, right? When it comes to justice, right? What do you call it? The governor is very important. And the attorney general. Those two people are white.
So what happened in South Carolina that's relevant to what we're talking about? What happened?
But Nova, you know the Iranians are not Arabs, right? You know that, right?
Iranians are Arabs. Iranians are. Yes, they are.
They're Persians.
How? Can you explain?
A Persian is an Arab, bro. That's a light-skinned Arab. Stop talking crazy, bro.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
Let's not try to be.
Yeah, brother, you're conflating, man.
I'm not conflating anything. Arabs are Iranians are Arabs. Iranians are Muslim.
I'm not Arab.
Dude,
Iranians are Muslim. Iranians are Arabs. Those people enslaved us too.
Listen,
they enslaved us first.
If you ask an average Iranian, does he identify as an Arab?
I don't care, bro. If you ask the average North African, are they Arab? They'll tell you that they not Arab while they speak in Arab. I don't need nobody to tell me that they Arab for me to identify who they are.
So how are you gonna sit there? So how are you gonna sit there? Tell
hey, Castro, that's a tariff.
Tariff.
Wait,
you said the N word.
I didn't say the N word, bro.
You did? Okay.
I ain't saying N word.
Anyway, Donis, you know he never pays.
Yes, I do pay. Who said that? Was that City? Hey, like I said, bro, why should back on that topic when he talk about kids getting bombed in Iran? Why should we care about some little dusty, dirty ass kids in Iran? Fuck them kids.
What the hell?
Yes, those kids and their parents can rest in peace.
Hey,
I don't care about nobody in Iran.
Guy. Hold on. Wait. we're not taking it that far.
Super Africa, right?
Man,
Super
what the
Africa, check
hell?
this out. Super
Who was
Africa,
your high
right?
school teacher?
Super
Bruh,
Africa.
I
Bang,
don't care
bang,
about nobody
bang,
who not
bang,
black, bro.
bang, bang.
You, oh my God.
Bang,
Oh, so
bang,
you and them
bang.
FBAs. You
Do
and
Yo,
I
them
need
listen,
to
listen.
spell it out? I don't care about nobody
Bang,
who ain't black. If you
bang,
not African, bro, I don't care about
bang,
you.
bang. Listen, he does
What
not
the hell,
understand.
man? Man, I
Bang,
ain't got time for. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
bang.
Yeah, go
No,
ahead,
I
man.
was
Yeah,
saying that he
because
doesn't.
I was trying to expose these, fake Africans. That's what I love doing. Expose fake Africans.
You over here
I have a
caping for
passion for that.
Iranians.
I have a
Oh
passion
man,
for that.
you support what Trump did to the kids over there? Heck, yes, I do. I hope
Okay,
he
so let me ask
rips
you a
them off.
question.
Please
Cash.
bomb them to smithereens.
So Nova. So Nova. You said
Bomb them off the face of the planet.
hold
I
on,
would
hold on,
not lose
bang.
an ounce of sleep.
Bang, hold on. Bang. Hold on. Let me ask you one question. Nova, you said you support Africans, right?
I am for Africans.
So
Africans
do
first and
you
Africans.
so do you support the AES?
Yes, I do support the AES.
Are you aware that the AES has a partnership with Iran and they have a knowledge transfer from them?
They have a partnership with Iran. What does that have to do with me, bro? They also have a partnership with Russia. They also have a partnership with Russia, and they just made a partnership with the United States for a healthcare
No, I'm
deal.
just saying. It was just a simple question. You are aware of that, though, right?
I don't care that they have a partnership with Iran. I really don't care, bro. That's cool for them. I hope it's beneficial for them. But that
Hey,
don't
man,
make me not like Iran. I don't care about Iranians, bro.
Let's get back to
Let's just move forward, man. Let's just move forward.
Conversation that have some type of sense behind it. Because at the end of the day, geopolitics
Bro, you ain't got no sense over here caping for
geopolitics
Iranians.
matters, man. Geopolitics matters. Because
yeah, you're right. So So we are allies with white folks. So why you got a problem with us being allies with white folks? I click up with a white man before I click up with an Arab.
CD. You understand? V. But please, V. Oh, she's gone. Yeah, but anyway, AES, man, Benin. It's a good start. Let's, just like St. James was saying earlier, it's a, it's all about, diplomacy and stuff like that. And then I'm thankful he actually visited those two countries as well. And then also the AES sent representatives when he was being crowned as a president and stuff like that. So it's a good start. He's much better than the previous president. I hope he doesn't become like Senegal president. I hope. And it's funny how as soon as he became a president, right? And less than 2 days later, Benin got attacked by those T groups.
Oh, Bang, that's what the terrorists do, man. They check him to make sure that he maintained the agreement. When they saw AES in Benin, they just reminded him that we have an agreement, and therefore we're going to make sure that we stick to the deal. That's what it is. And the fact that he visited us, that means again they're going to be under pressure. They're going to be attacked. Benin is going to be attacked. Until they demolish them. So they know it's either work with the AES or we can take care of that together, or they can punk it up. That's up to them. But he got the message. He got it.
I mean, Benin they're experiencing the terrorism on their borders as well. So
nah, their border is not the best, bro. It's not the best. We
I
share
never
the border.
said that they are. I'm saying they're experiencing terrorism on their border as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they
from
are.
the same people that AES is fighting. So it only makes sense for them to click up with each other so they can deal with a common enemy.
Now we don't pay the terrorists, but we accuse them of paying some of the terrorists so they don't have to fight them. So that's the main problem we have. We don't
like
pay.
The previous president.
Yeah, we don't pay them.
Patrice, I forgot his last name.
Like
Talon. It needs to be Talon out of here. That guy was he was a snake. He looked like a snake, man. Talon looked like one of them snake people, like one of your best friends that sleep with your wife. You would never expect it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You would never expect it. He looked like it, man. One of your best friends, your true best friends, that you would never expect that. Oh, this man is actually sleeping with my wife.
That's why I ain't got no friends.
Man, he looked like it, man. He looked like it. He just looked like one of them people, man. He just looked like one of the people.
I ain't
But I
got
hope,
friends. I
man, the
got
new
family.
president. But I hope the new president, man, does not, because the West is not gonna give up, man. France, and his ally, they're not gonna give up at all. So hopefully the tension is not gonna be the same at all compared to what it used to be. Because I don't think they're gonna join the AES. I don't think. But my wish is, let's make a friendship where like Ghana and Burkina Faso. Even though there's slight difference, but at least the friendship is out there. And I hope it is, man. Just like Togo as well, especially Togo. Togo is a massive friend to the AES as well. So I hope he become like Togo, man, because at the end of the day, man, it's good for the continent, man. It's really good for the continent because we are tired of being behind, man. Like, honestly speaking, man, I'm tired of the continent being behind. I'm tired of it. I want us the next 20 years, man, to be, to be proud, man. I really do, man. I really, really do. Look at the World Cup that's coming up, man. France got all our talents. France might win the World Cup. England got some of our talents too. And then, the Ghanaian FIFA president that represents Ghanaian, he got mad because some young guy, some young Ghanaian that was born in England chose England over Ghana. I'm like, y'all stupid mother effers. Y'all been in this country. Y'all do not want to spend money on football, build academies or build, like Premier Leagues or whatever it is. But then when these kids were born in overseas and then they become real good, and then you expect them to choose your country, they're not going to do it. What about the kids that's in your country? Millions of them. And then I'm like, man, what the hell are you talking about? I mean, create your own in your country. Like whatever that guy chose to play for England, who gives a F? You got like thousands of them in your country, millions of them in your country, wasted talents. But instead, you get mad because of what? Oh, he didn't pick your country because he's a Ghanaian. His parents are Ghanaian by blood. What about the other Ghanaians that's in your country that you're not supporting? That's why I don't understand about all African men and females, man. Oh, I despise some of them. You see the talent. You see these kids are struggling. Build a football, a soccer system for them. Develop these kids. Instead, when one of them grew up in England or France or somewhere, or Germany nowadays, they become real good, and then you beg them for them to come play for your country. You didn't produce that kid in your country. If you would have produced some type of system in your country, at least he'd have been like, okay, well, the government is serious. Well, I could play with them. We producing, good players. But then when these kids go to these soccer academy in England or France or whatever, they become real good, and then you start begging them, oh, come play for us. When are these men and these women going to wake up? Produce your kids in Africa. Man, it's crazy, man. Man, we're going to watch the World Cup. I'm going to get pissed, man, every time I see it. I'm going to see France. I'm going to see our people wearing that France, jersey or uniform. I saw the picture like 2 days ago when they Macron and the first lady stand up, and then next to him was Mbappe, and you see all this Dembele.
Did you mean the president and the first man? Did you mean the president, the first man?
Yeah. Oh man, I don't want to get sued, man. I'm not.
Why?
I don't have the money of Kansas Owen.
Nah, they're not gonna sue you, man. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not gonna sue. They don't want your money.
Oh yeah, St. James, man. Speaking about it, right? The president, Ibrahim Traore, he came out to the men to the stadium, and they support the tournament because I think you had some type of soccer tournament, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he came out there support, and then that's what I'm talking about. When have you seen African president does stuff like this?
Well, they're busy doing whatever they're.
Exactly. Buying houses in Western countries. Buying mansions in Western countries. That's what they're busy doing. Don't want to
So
produce
what would you like to see about our relationship with Benin? What would you like to see first happen?
The security, especially like these terrorists, right? They might
Mm-hmm.
attack you in Burkina Faso and then sleep in Benin. So you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So like they constantly attack over there and they sleep in another country. Attack in another country and then sleep in another country. So to me, if they could come together and really, share intel intel, right?
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to these groups. So then if you attacking them, at least the Benin government can say, okay, well, we could give you a certain amount of distance for you to come in our country and then take them
Mm-hmm.
out. Or like if you're attacking them, you could tell us, and then our forces could
Mm-hmm.
push against
Mm-hmm.
them a little bit as well. Because to me that's very important, man. That's very
Right.
important. That's security to these, because these groups are crazy as hell, man. So to me,
Mm-hmm.
that's very, very important.
Right.
That's number one thing. And then it comes back to making money. Because at the end of the day, it comes back to making money.
Right.
Develop the country as well. Like
Right.
when it comes to the ports, business wise as well. Because I believe that Benin up to this day still have a lot of military equipment of
Well,
Niger.
mm-hmm.
I still
Right.
believe that. Because I remember months ago, I don't know who it was. I think it was the prime minister or something like said it of Niger. He said that there's a lot of equipment that still hasn't been delivered, to us, and then it's still under the Benin government as well. And I truly believe that as well. So to me, that relationship needs to get out the way, in a much better situation, especially when it comes to this insecurity as well. And then
Yeah.
make money, man. That's what it comes down to, man. Everybody wants to be proud of their country. We want West Africa to be proud, man. Look what's going on in South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Look what's going
Yeah.
on in South Africa. Eventually, it's going to spread to other things.
Right.
Man, man, come on. But to me, St. James, man, those two things, especially like when it comes to, like the insecurity, you share intels to a certain extent as well. That's very important. So then these guys cannot just attack over here and then after a couple hours sleep right here. Attack over there,
Mm-hmm.
sleep right here as well. Because
Mm-hmm.
Benin is connected to what? Niger, and Burkina Faso as well.
In Ghana,
So yeah, and Ghana too. Yeah, you see.
I think so. Yeah. On the way.
Yeah. So Benin is very important, man. Very important, man. But I hope the new president could see, okay, well, my people, they want this, they want that. I cannot use that same, old Patrick's thinking ways. Because
Mm-hmm.
Africans are tired, man. Africans are truly tired. We want
Absolutely.
something different. We want
Mm-hmm.
something different, man.
Yeah.
I hope he could just say, you know what? Let's work together to fix our continent. You can still be ECOWAS, but at least you cannot just allow these men and some of these people in and out these countries doing crazy things, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree with you, man. I agree. Everybody made some great point, man. I hope that works out and we bring security to the region and we go about our business. That would be a gift for West Africa right there, bro. We've been through it for over going to 15 years now. Yeah. People are tired of fighting. People want to go about their lives and make some money, So we shouldn't be like, I don't know, at the end of the day, I don't even know what these people are trying to accomplish, because I know for now, as we see it, they will never be able to accomplish anything. All they can do is just weaken us, for the taking by other people. They will never be able to overpower us by any stretch of the imagination. We're not going to let that happen, So, I don't know. These people they don't want, whatever they're talking about, that they want freedom, they want their own place, and it's a lie. They're not even together themselves. If you leave them alone, they will kill each other. So
It's
everything
a bunch of buffoons, man.
they don't even know how to run a village. They don't even know how to run a village, let alone a city or a county or whatever. They don't even know how to run a village.
It's a bunch of idiots that's been brainwashed. It's a bunch of idiots that's been brainwashed. That's exactly what it is. Some of them, like some of them cannot be saved no more. Honestly speaking, some of them cannot be saved no more because some of these guys are gone mentally. They are gone. They are gone mentally. Majority of them cannot be saved no more. But for us to fix this problem, these other countries in West Africa, they have to come together. Because if they come and attack this country right here and then come sleep in a neighbor country, you'll never solve this problem.
Absolutely. Look Look for the right of pursuit. That would be the first thing I would look into the military cooperation. If we have a right of pursuit, meaning that the Togolese, the Benin soldier can cross the border to either Niger or Burkina Faso, that would be a great thing, and vice versa, right? So that we would look into that. If they allow the right of pursuit, that would be the best. That would be the first great step to monitor. That way they are agreeing that there is nothing to hide in their country. We can come in anytime and engage with those terrorists. If that they give us access to that, that would be great. That would be great. If they don't have access, that would be a problem.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. But St. James, man, I am a big fan of sports. The day,
Sport?
that's the day, yeah, sports, man. I'm a huge fan of sports, man. I want us, man, I want us to conquer soccer so bad. After we fix everything, I want us to, I want us, man, I want us to punch these Europeans in the stomach, man, so bad, like bam, bam, bam in sports, man. I'm telling you, man. But the thing is this, right, man? Once we get all these things together, man, if we could produce players, man, I want us to conquer FIFA. I want us to conquer world sports, man. I'm serious about it. I am serious about it, man. There are so many talented kids that have no opportunity, and then we can't because lack of
Okay.
opportunities, lack of and
All
stuff
right.
like that. All these things, man.
I
But
see you. I see
overall,
you.
yeah,
I
come on.
I
No,
I, I I
seriously,
saw a great.
it's about
I got you. I got you. I saw a great question in the chat. Somebody asked about Kemi Seba. You know Kemi Seba?
I've heard the name before.
Right. He's in prison. I don't know if he's in prison. He's incarcerated in South
The guy in
Africa.
France. Yeah. The
Right.
guy in
Right.
France.
So don't worry. They will advocate for Kemi Seba so he doesn't get they don't bring him back to Benin. I think the AES is going to work on that with the new president because it's going to be a new day for Benin as well, right? So
Mhm.
so we're going to make sure he doesn't go back there. Understand? So that will be a sign of appeasement to the people of Benin. From the AES as well. It's still our part. He's our ally too. So we're not going to leave him behind because we went ahead and made agreement with Benin. So if that can answer your question, we still support Kemi Seba and we hope the best for him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He gonna be free. He gonna be free because of there's a new president in Benin. He's gonna be free. He's eventually gonna be free. They're gonna drop all that charges because
Yeah.
all that charges were just a makeup thing. He's
Right.
gonna be free. He's
Right.
definitely gonna
He
be free.
supported the coup because based on what Talon has done to him as well, he was frustrated and when you have done something to someone, he wishes you the best. It's a human nature, right? So he
Mhm.
can't be mad at Kemi Seba supporting the coup, although he has nothing to do with it. Trying to get him back and prosecute him, it doesn't make sense. So a lot of people supported the coup, but they didn't pick up the phone and laugh about it. So,
That's
Right.
the makeup
so
charges, man.
right,
That's the
right.
makeup charges, man.
Right, because he picked up the
Very
phone
bad.
and laugh about it online, so that got you mad. No, come on, man. Let's be honest about it, man. You know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
yeah,
That's a makeup charges, man. That's a
yeah,
makeup charges, man. Come
Yeah,
on,
but
man.
that's what like St. James was saying that like I do believe from what I'm seeing, if everything goes well, because you remember
Yeah.
when Burkina Faso had issues with Nana Akufo, and they was giving Burkina Faso a
Oh,
hard time.
that guy.
Yeah, he was but
He was. Oh, he was
so
something
when
else,
John
man.
Muhammad, came, he was able to patch things up, whatever. So I see it going that route if everything goes well. I know certain people are a little worried because of the French intelligence and stuff too. But let me just say this to the people: you have to understand, right? The AES intelligence is off this world. They are not going to let nothing happen to these guys. They do their due diligence, and just know if anything happens, understand they won't be fighting one country; they'll be fighting three. No African country on the continent wants to fight three countries at once. They will lose, and especially that those Sahelian brothers, they know how to fight. People seen those videos. St. James, you saw those videos too, of especially those Bikini Bays, man, tearing up those JIM members, man. They getting
You know,
tore up, man. But
yeah.
that's why that's why I was just saying that just rest assured that these brothers they do they do their due diligence, and whatever that time comes, whatever, they might go to Benin, might not, whatever. But rest assured that they know what they're doing. That's what I wanted to
Oh
say.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. They do, they do. Because when you look at it now, every major attack has not been fulfilled. The AES stopped it. Every major attack. The last one that they did in Mali, Assimi Goita survived, and then currently as we speak, the Malian military has become much more stronger and much more unified as people as well. They tried the airport in Niger, they failed as well. They tried the in Burkina as well, and then the guy Damiba got sent back to to Burkina Faso. And I hope, right, when that trial begins, right, with Damiba, and I hope the federal government of Burkina Faso make that publicly, and then show us evidence.
Oh yeah,
Show
oh
us
yeah, oh
public
yeah.
evidence.
It's gonna be publicly
I
covered.
hope, yes,
Yeah. It's
I hope they don't hide like a lot of things. They
nah,
show us,
nah.
they show us these things how it was connected.
No,
You
he already
understand me, right?
spoke.
I
You
hope.
know that, right? He already spoke. You know that, right?
Yeah,
He
but you know
already
how
he
sometimes
has already seen the judge, and he already gave up all the information. So what we have to do is just schedule the trial, which is
yeah,
gonna
but
happen soon. So we're gonna see who
you know
was
how sometimes
implicated in it. So yeah.
true, but you know how sometimes federal governments try to keep a lot of sensitive information.
No, no. For this kind of case, I mean, the general public would like to see it. I mean, we're gonna pressure the government to make sure this is
It's not just
broadcasted publicly.
it's not just
Yeah,
the general public, man. The
yeah.
entire world,
Oh
especially the
yeah.
continent of Africa, man.
Oh yeah.
Because
We'll see.
people, because we have to take this serious, man. This is not about just these three countries no more. This is about fixing entire Africa, man. Because monkey see, monkey do. Let's be honest, man. Monkey see, monkey do is real. That is something real, man.
Mm-hmm.
That is something real. When you can see your neighbor do the same thing, it inspires you to be better. If you have a good heart. If you don't have a good heart, then you despise them. You talk down on them. That's jealousy. That's hateful. But if you have a good heart, you are inspired to do good just like them. And I truly believe that these three countries will continue to inspire other African countries as well, especially West Africa.
Yeah,
And I am
that's the hope.
shocked.
it is. It
I
is.
am shocked of
Bang,
that infrastructure. Yeah, go ahead.
brother Bang. I mentioned this before. I don't know if you heard what I said before, but you know that Namibia and Botswana, they about to have a joint military force.
Look at that.
And then
Look
also
at that.
to Zambia, Zimbabwe, Botswana, and Namibia, they're about to connect their highways and roads together, and they're about to have free travel amongst each other.
That's what it's supposed to be, man.
Right.
That's what it's supposed to be. Africa, if you want to fix Africa, you have to do it by section. West Africa fixing themselves.
And then Bang, I want to
Go ahead.
add one more thing too, right? You know the 0.5 levy that Assimi Goita said that they was going to use to put that in the investment bank. Namibia and Botswana is doing the same thing. They're going to put a 0.5 levy in the fund to fund their own military. So pretty much nobody from the outside can tell them what to do.
Man,
Hey.
I mean, all this comes back to what they did. I'm telling you, it inspired Ghana's as well. You see what they're doing with their gold as well. And then at the same time, I know for sure Ghana, the Ghanaian government, are not going to resign that deal with the white South Africans. Because
you heard about the news about it, right? They canceled the renewal.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, they canceled.
You there?
Yeah, they canceled the renewal, and it's gonna go to the state.
Oh.
Yeah, what is that? Lewis was over here. Lewis was over here a couple days ago. I said, Lewis, if you guys signed that contract to this white South African, your country is done for the next 50 more years.
Mm-hmm.
Because the way these South Africans did Ghanaians as well, publicly, you can't tell me Ghanaians are not salty about that.
Oh yeah,
you can't tell me the way Burkina Faso doing 5 gold industry. It's owned by the
Oh,
federal government.
it's
5.
it's six. It's 6.
Yeah, my bad. 6 out of what? I think what 15 or 16. Can you
Yeah,
imagine
out
that?
of 15. Yeah.
5 years ago, this was impossible. In a country where you turn left, you turn right, there's gold. Make
And
it make
then
sense.
bang, you know what the beautiful part is too? 3. So in addition to the 6 owned by the state, an additional 3 is owned by the Burkina Bay billionaire.
Man. I
Amazing,
hope,
right?
man, super amazing. I hope other people keep getting more percents, because I know for sure out of those 9 more or 10 more gold refinery that's still remaining, probably half of them in the next couple more years the contract will be renewed. It's coming to an end, and I know for sure the government is not going to resign it.
Yeah.
Everything about this is the future. The future sees stars. You see the stars. The future is everything about stars, man. It's amazing, man. It's amazing. Man, I'm telling you, man, like my country, Sierra Leone, man, my president is so corrupt. My president is so corrupt. We are drug dealers now. Sierra Leone is a drug dealing country. We're drug
So
dealers.
are you implying Matabio is a drug dealer?
I don't want to say that because I'm just assuming. Because I don't want to go back home. I get locked up.
Well, hold on. I do want to add something. So, with what you said. So, I don't know. I think it was last year in Guinea.
Yeah.
One of the cars, the diplomatic cars from Sierra Leone, I guess they opened up the car. They did find drugs in that car in Guinea.
Oh yeah. I'm not shocked. It's true. It's true. The Spain government caught some shipment, and then it was connected to our government. The Spain government said it publicly, like a couple weeks ago. I'm telling you, my president is the chairman of ECOWAS. Can you imagine that? This guy is the chairman of ECOWAS. This guy is the chairman of ECOWAS. His country, he's been in power for over 8 years now. Everything is drugs now. But this guy is the chairman of ECOWAS. Wonderful ECOWAS. It's amazing, man. It is amazing how we just create terrible leaders. I do not care. Africa has to do better. The only way you do better in Africa is by force.
Yeah,
It's by force.
It took 3 brothers to stand up, man, to have what we have now. If they ain't stand up, man, then it would have been a mess. Because, like you said, you see the AES effect, man. Look in Ghana with the gold,
I'm telling you, man.
And Senegal,
Monkey see, monkey do.
Right.
I'm like, true story, right? It was a guy one day. He used to at work. So one day he came up with a nice car, right? And then his car was always shiny and polished. My car was decent and stuff like that. I didn't take care of it, but it was never funky. You understand me, right? So then I asked him, I said, man, how do you take care of your car so well? He's like, look, man, okay, well, I'm gonna teach you. So then he started teaching me how to clean the glass, right? So he said, do this step, right? And I slowly start implementing. You understand me, right? And then after that, he started teaching me how to wash cars. You say, wash this, and then I have to vacuum the car real well. And then he said, do not eat inside your car, because when you eat inside your car, all that crumbs and all that fall right in that car. Because when you take care of something, right, you have to respect it. So by you not respecting it, you're gonna bring dirt inside the car. It's just as easy. So I slowly start implementing that, right? Man, when you come inside my car, it's super clean. I could have easily hailed that guy. I said, who the F you think you are? You think you just the big dog. You understand me, right? Like nobody gonna give a F about your car. But I looked at it and I respect him, because you know why? The time and effort he put inside that car, I have to respect it. You understand me, right? Because for your car to look like that, you got to put effort into it.
All right.
Yeah. So by me respecting that, and then me and him start getting into friendship, and then he taught me how to take care of a car. So you see how I took that from him and implemented to my lifestyle to improve myself as well. I didn't hate him. I could have easily hate it off of him and say, oh, you mother effer, blah blah, fuck no, this and that. You think you special and all these things. I didn't do that. I looked at him and I saw what he does good. I said, you know what? I can implement that in my lifestyle too. And then it made me a better person. It's the same thing with countries. That's why the West will always fight African leaders that want to fix African countries, because at the end of the day, it will spread to another country.
Yeah. You know, so I mean, now you're hearing even the EU changing its tune, talking about how, oh, we want Africa to have their own local processing, which, you know, I mean, you know how I feel about that, but
Go ahead.
you know, I'm just saying that, like, it's there. It is a new day. You know, I am praying for the brothers every day, the three musketeers. You know, much success. You know, protection, and hopefully, like I said, it just keeps going, because it's like, you know, we never know, man. Maybe one day, man, in 100, 200 years, man, the AES might have like freaking veto power and freaking in the UN. You know, might become like, you know, a permanent sheet member and stuff too. Well, I mean, we don't know, but I'm just saying that I wish these brothers more success, man, because they got to understand that the whole world is supporting these brothers, these hardworking men. You know, on the Anglophone, Francophone, whatever language it is.
Sorry to cut you off, man. Don't forget the females too, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, don't forget the females too.
Absolutely, man. You know, but I was just saying that, like, you know, we're doing big things. I know I read somewhere with Burkina Faso, they're about to open up, I think, 2 more thermal plants. So what their goal is to own 100% electricity within Burkina Faso, which is phenomenal.
They were building what you call it, electrical plants. It's not like technically electrical plants, but you know how you
the thermal plants.
I think it's called the right term is called I forgot what it was. It's like when you take electricity and then you convert it. It's like you control the electricity, so that it won't, you know, the current when it comes through, it has to sit somewhere, and then you reconvert it to the other part of the city. So they building that. I saw that plant, and then it was massive. Look at my country. Look at my country. Look at my country. For 8 years under democracy, for 8 years, you cannot point me any project my president is doing that come close to Burkina Faso. Our national stadium, we can't even use it.
No, you can't use the national stadium.
Use it.
Why?
No, we can't use it because it's up to. You don't understand, man. It's because it's not usable. It's not usable. They still fixing it. Our national stadium. But the previous president came in, right? He had to deal with the Chinese. I think the Chinese was supposed to, update it and stuff like that, right? But the current president comes in, that's been in power for 8 years now, and then it's still not usable. When we play games, we can't play games in our stadium. Like, we gotta go to like one of our neighbors.
That's crazy.
This man been in power for 8 years. This is the president of ECOWAS. Imagine now, this is the chairman of ECOWAS. Think about it now. This is the chairman of ECOWAS. Abraham Traoré came to power. How long it took him for them to start using their stadium?
They use it.
They're building a brand new stadium. So look how quickly it took them for them to use the old stadium, and build it up.
But let me ask you, where did they get the funding to fund? Did they get it from the IMF? You know, or you have no idea?
No, the funding from the stadium was already there, but what it just needed updates, right? So right. I think what it was, the Chinese was doing a lot of things in my country with the previous president. So the West did not like that. England, because England has a massive say in my country, massive say, especially when it comes to president. They choose our presidents. That's why you see me when I talk about England, because I hate when people come up here and try to talk good about England. You understand me, right? Because the colonial master, you can't beat England history. They're the master at it. So So yeah, so what it looked like now, the Chinese had a mistake during the time when they moved. When the new president came in, he cut ties with Chinese heavily, right, as much as possible. But I think I'm not. The deal was the Chinese were supposed to re-update the stadium free, right, under the previous president, because under that previous president, it favored the Chinese. So since when the new president came in now, they remove a lot of things that were favorable to the Chinese government and the Chinese corporation as well. So I'm not sure the update about the stadium. The update about the stadium, it was supposed to be dealt with the Chinese for free because of the deal that they had with the previous president.
But you know what's so funny about this, man? And look at the hypocrisy. How can one country tell you not to work with China, and then they're over there working with China on business? For the life of me, it makes no damn sense. Like, you know, out of all the countries in Africa, there's only one country that doesn't work with China. It's Eswatini, because they support Taiwan. That's like the only country. Other than that, the 53 countries all work with China.
Yeah, but if you are independent, right, you could choose whoever you want to work for. Like,
Yeah,
whoever give you the best deal. So if you're not independent now, that's how you go about it. Somebody tells you, oh, you can't work with it, you can't work with that. Because you know why? The deal that the other country is going to present to you is probably more favorable compared to the other one. So the other one now does not want you to listen to that or take them serious. So
it's just like
comes back to,
I remember I remember when the Denmark ambassador to Mali went and told I think it was Denmark or Norway, one of those, I don't remember, but they went and they told Mali, hey, listen, you need to cut ties with Russia or we're going to cut financial aid. Assimi Gwede was like, what? Okay, you're personal non grata. Get the hell out of my country.
You understand? That's what a leader is. That is what a leader is. That is what a leader is. What are you going to tell me? The Russian are helping me tremendously. Who are you? So you want me to stop what helped me massively, so then it could favor you, and then you could subjugate me now, so then I could depend on you. Dependency. That's exactly what it is. That's why to me, I do not care what type of leader you are. As long as you care about your people come first, I'm supporting you. Forget about this stupid democracy in Africa that they have. It is illusional. It is fake. It is phony.
Yep.
I see things with my own eyes. You see my country. Our
Baba
national stadium is not usable.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
What's up, Bang? What's up, Bang? What's up, man? Steak? What's up?
What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
We good, man.
We slapping these haters, man.
I love it. I love it, man. I love it. I didn't hear what you think about Benin earlier on, and now jump on. So what you think is going on there, man? Because I don't trust.
If you want my thoughts on it,
you want Bang.
All right, so my thoughts on it is the Benin president right now, he's pragmatic and he knows, because the border of Cotonou and stuff too with that port, right? That brings about 80-90% of their economy, because Niger closed it, they're losing billions of dollars and stuff too, you know. So he's a numbers guy. He wants that reopened. And he also knows, too, that the AES has a strong military. So if he does not go and clear that border, all the terrorists are going to go and they're going to flood Benin. So right now he's looking at like, okay, I need to make amends because we getting killed over here. You know, not saying that.
But what about all the equipments as well? What about all Niger equipments that were hijacked?
Yeah, I agree. Maybe that's in talks. I mean, I don't know what's happening behind the scenes and stuff too, but I mean, that's what I see. I mean, hopefully, like you said, I was saying earlier, like how Nana Akufo was giving IB a hard time, and then they temporarily closed their embassies, and then when John Mahama came, that got patched up, whatever, and now they got a security partnership, So hopefully the same happens with Benin, and take it from there.
He haven't reached in Mali yet. Is Mali too busy destroying those terrorists over there? Goita's busy.
I mean, basically because he went to Togo today. He did went to Togo today, so that I saw he went to Togo. So hopefully, this week he goes to Mali.
Basically, based on my understanding, he's going to his neighbor. So since they don't share border with Mali, so maybe he kind of left that part for later.
Yo, St. James, what's up, man?
I'm chilling. What's good, man? I know the new development got people talking, right?
Yeah, we gotta talk, man. We gotta talk. I love it.
I feel you. Yeah.
You see, Fry just ricochet himself. He have an alkaline song called Ricochet.
Right.
He floppy ricochet himself, man. I know Fry with a ricochet himself.
Right.
He boomerang, man. It's boomerang.
Yep. Yeah.
So, what's your thoughts on it, Babaliko?
Well, I don't trust. I don't. I mean, as you say, he's a finance. He works with money. So you got to open the ports. You know what I'm saying? If they could have keep Tal on there, they would have keep him there. But he messed up so bad. The AES didn't wanted to work with him at all. So they had was to remove him. I think the Ivory Coast president will be next. They're gonna try to remove him next and put somebody there too. But I still don't trust. I believe that I got to see what he's saying with France. If he come and he said, "Yeah, your troops got to go," and then I believe. I come and said, "Your troops got to get out of here." You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna work with the AES. I mean, he had to say that, but just let the troops get out of Benin and stuff. Yeah, then I'm gonna see. One good thing I see he did is he never went to France. He didn't fly like Fry. He just fly to France first. He went to his brothers first. And that's what I'm talking about. You go to your brothers, you talk, you negotiate, you know what I'm saying? And that's how you do it. And that's the thing to do. AES is showing the light, man. It's showing the way. I don't know why all these African countries ain't even jump on board yet, but they're showing the way how it does, and this is the way how it goes.
Babaliko, I know you guys know, right? But let me ask you a question for the purpose of the conversation, right? Like what you said, do you think if he had gone to France, we would have welcomed him first?
Nah, it's a little shaky because it's a little shaky because we don't know. Macron, he's all over the place, man. He's in Ghana. He's trying his best to get back. Just to get back, because he's going to go down as the worst president in France that lost the Sahel. So he is trying his best to be some type of something. He's out there trying to be like some kind of talking but you remember, America, France, and Britain had to remember. We forget. Remember when Muhammad put out that stuff out there about the slavery? You got to look and see who's your friends and who's your enemies. And Africa should have seen who voted against and who voted abstain and who then voted for that slavery. You should know from then who's really your friend. No, Macron is all in Africa, but he's the one who voted against the slavery. He's the one who voted. America and Britain. M was on here yesterday. I want to just get off just a little bit. M, this is for you. I don't know if you're listening, but let me tell you something, man. If you want to be xenophobia, you can go ahead and be xenophobia. Don't come here and pretend. Just say it straight up. You don't like Caribbean, you don't like African. Say it straight up, M. We ain't come here to beat around the bush. Just say it straight up. You was asked about what's going on in South Africa. You couldn't answer the question. Okay? You about the job. But you're gonna jump on the jobs in America on who's taking jobs in America and all this nonsense. Just say what you gotta say, man. We're not jealous of nobody, man. I say jealous of nobody. I don't look at what nobody have or whatnot. I look at all Africans, Americans, Caribbeans, and Africans as one. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at and listen to a few FBAs and all that nonsense. So I'm just trying to tell you, man, don't put everybody in a box, and all right? But you're my brother, though. You're my brother, still.
Yeah, but Babaluko, right?
Yeah.
Somebody if somebody goes to high school, right? Let's just say you go to high school, right? You pay attention, you study, you work real hard, right? Then after that, you went to college, right? You get
Yeah.
your 4-year nursing degree, right? You
Yeah.
start working for for a hospital.
Yeah.
They start paying you real well.
Right.
And then the other person that did not do nothing like that wants to talk down on you. Does that even make sense?
But
because when you calculate it, right, you spend about 8 to 9 years of your life since high school. You spend 4 years, and you spend another 4 years. You you put down a lot of childish things, right? A lot of parties, a lot of other things, right? You study, you read books as well. You didn't go out, you didn't do a lot of things. So you sacrifice for this, right? And then you got your degree, and then you're working in a hospital. What gives somebody the right to say, "Oh, you come and take my job"?
That's what I'm saying, Bang. That's what I'm saying. It's jealousy. Like I don't look at nothing like that, Bang. You see, they look at little stupid shit like that. We don't look. Listen, we gotta.
1 second.
Yeah, go ahead.
This country needs nurses. This country does not produce enough nurses. America does not produce enough doctors as well. So what are you trying to say? So which means the opportunity is there. It's just that you don't have the license for it. America needs nurses and doctors as well. We don't produce enough. It makes no freaking sense. It makes no freaking sense with some of these people, man. The type of stupidity. Do you know what you got to give up for 4 years? A lot of people after high school, they just want to go to college and smoke weed and do all type of things. A lot of people don't even go to college. So what gives you? There's so many people within the high school year, like the sophomore year, they started doing all type of things.
Bang, I'm gonna show you how stupid it is, right? And listen, this I'm happy you wasn't on there yesterday too, because I'm gonna show you this, right? My wife, she's a military nurse. She's the thing, right? Half of her class graduated. Half of her class is Polish, Ukrainians, and whites from different places, but you never hear those FBA. You never hear people like M talk about the the Ukrainians, the Polish, the British that's coming over here and becoming a nurse and doing Uber jobs. The Indians that do Uber jobs. He's talking about Uber too, but he talks about the Blacks, African, and Caribbean. You see the mental slavery. You see what goes on in their brains.
I know what you mean.
Why? No, you think about it. It's not just Caribbean come over here and African. What about all of those whites that comes over here? Those Indians, those Arabs, those sand people as the sand people as a man in the high castle would say. What about them? But no, you only focus on the people that look like you. When the police and them delete one of our brothers, I don't see them out there, but I damn sure see Caribbean and Africans together out there with you guys. So when he said we don't get homage, it's nonsense.
Let me give you a perfect example. Let me give you a perfect example. Let me give you a perfect example, right?
Bang, when you're done, we got Connell Tree and everything, but go ahead, speak your thing.
Yeah. Remember, my bad. It's gonna be quick. Remember when the Ghanaian president came to do the slavery thing at the UN, right? In New York City, right? You had a bunch of FBAs, right? Come there and say, "Oh, you're not about talking about us," booing the Ghanaian president as well, saying all these type of ridiculous things, right? Now, look what happened in South Carolina, right? Do you see these people protesting? The governor is a white man. The attorney general, he's been in power for over 15 years, since 2010. Is a white man. Because any case like that, right? When it's you versus the state, right? One of the two most important people is the governor and the attorney general. Do you see these FBAs demonstrating what just happened with that Asian guy? It's in South Carolina.
Hey guys, hold on. Has Colonel Tree spoke yet?
No, not yet.
Go ahead, Colonel Tree. Then we got to close out.
Well, I mean, good evening, and thank you for your brilliant discussion.
Bob Olico, thank you for the super chat.
Yeah. I wanted to just bring this back to Africa. What do you guys think about the changing world that is happening now? Because if anything, I think African African leadership and we Africans should learn quite a bit from Iran on what's happening in the world today. Strategically, we can learn a lot from what is happening today. So my question to you guys, what do you guys think? What should be our focus right now with the coming changing of international, the global alignment that we have is changing in front of us, as we all notice and see that is happening right now. What should Africa do right now to position themselves not to be the menu, to be part of the table, not to be on the menu in this table? Because right now we don't have any voice in the formation of what is happening. So I would like to hear you guys your thoughts about this.
Put our difference aside, especially when it comes to childless travelers. Childless travelers. That's one of our greatest weakness. That travelers, that's that mindset that's not about development. Supporting your countryman that speaks your language, but he or she is not about developed mindset. You support them because they come from your tribe. That mindset needs to be defeated. Because you have to support somebody that's about developing, that's about making sure your country could be proud. Don't support somebody just because they speak your language. And then when somebody else don't speak your language, if they doing good, support that individual. Even if there was conflict between you guys, whatever history-wise, or whatever it is, put that aside. Because now it's all about development to make sure the future is better. To me, that's one of our weakness, because a lot of people take that and then twist it into something else and they use that for separation, and then you have travelers conflict and stuff like that, and then eventually one or two become into a terrorist or whatever they call themselves, jihad. They call themselves, oh, I'm fighting for our so-called where it used to be. You understand me, right? But then when you look at it now, it was built on tribalists. It wasn't built on development. So that mindset, stop supporting people that speak your language. Support people that speak your language that's about development. Support another person that does not come from your tribe, but at least their mindset is about development equally. Because to me, if you have people like that that's around you, especially in Africa, good things gonna come out of it. But if you have somebody, oh, because he speaks my language, he's corrupt, I don't care, then you never have peace. Because at the end of the day, the other side is gonna try to protect themselves as well, and then they're gonna have somebody.
But hold on, question for you: is tribal thing the biggest problem facing our people or the continent? Is that in the top 5? Is that in the top 5 as the biggest? It is. Like specifically what country and what region? That is a main issue. Like where?
Nigeria, South Africa.
No, every country in some ways it is.
Nigeria and South Africa.
No, more than that.
Mm-hmm.
More than that. Every country.
No, it's more countries.
Let's be honest with ourselves. Just because a country has not been in civil war or whatever it is, or coup, doesn't mean they don't have that tension.
Well, I mean, to me, the tribal thing in Africa, I think the tribal thing, if you want to call it a tribal thing, only flare up when it comes to politics. After that, you really don't see tribal thing. It's really when it comes to politics, because politicians use that because they know how to use that to get to people's emotions, to get to what they need to do. I mean, we see this all over the world. This is not just an African thing.
You just agree with me. Why support somebody? Why support somebody? But it's not about development.
But I'm saying that I don't think that is the biggest problem facing our land.
But you mentioned politics. You gave us an example. You mentioned politics. So a politician, it It's politics, right? So if you support somebody that speaks your language, but that individual, it's not about development. What that says about you, though, you a tribal individual. You are not about developing your ground. You're not about developing whatever country you come from. You about only support somebody that speaks your language, even if they are corrupt in front of you. You understand me, right? How can a minister get into power, right? And then all of a sudden, that minister could build a mansion that probably cost you like over $200,000 to build. In less than a year, that minister has already finished it. And then that minister just have like 4 or 5 cars. Each car probably costs like $40,000 cash.
No, I understand that point. I understand that point, my brother. I understand that point. But where I am getting to is that I think as Africans, maybe we need to start thinking strategically. I want to bring this back to international. Forget this tribal thing, because this tribal thing, to tell you the truth, I believe it's just it's by design to divide us. It's by design to divide us. I don't think I am a Sierra Leonean.
It's by design to divide us, right?
Yes, it's by design to
divide us, the politicians.
Oh well, I mean the politicians, right?
Okay,
but what? Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is
politicians. Okay, you from Sierra Leone, right? If you want to get rid of Madabio right now, who do you have to go after? The Mendes, right? Because the Mendes.
No.
Hold on. I know. You have to, because you know why? Let me tell you why. Because at the end of the day, when it comes down to why, the Mendes will be the person, the people that are more loyal. So no matter Bill, like what he does, right? His foundation of what you call it, protection, right, will be by his people. You act like you don't know that.
No, my brother. Okay.
In Cameroon, right? In Cameroon, Paul Biya has been in power for years, right? The Fullers have a lot of say in it as well, right? But the people that protect Paul Biya are the what you call it, the Bamileke people. The Bamileke people now, that's Paul Biya's foundation of structure of protection, right? You understand me, right? So in every countries, when you have corrupt leaders, when you examine the people that really protect them, it's his own people.
Well, I would say, right, is we can infer that, but that's not the reality, and that's not the reality of history. When Momo was overthrown in Sierra Leone, the Timini did not stand up and go to war for that. No, we have had this. We have had this throughout West Africa. When leaderships are overthrown, we don't see their tribe get up and go to war for that. No, we don't. So again, the tribal thing, I want to go back to it. The politicians use it in a negative aspect for our emotions to get what, but I don't want to stall with this tribal thing, because I truly believe this tribal thing, when we talk about it this way, we feed into this design in separations, in this nonsense about tribal. I live in Sierra Leone. We never, I mean, we have all kind of people around us. We get along, we go with it. Not an issue. And I've traveled quite a bit in Africa and seen some places in Africa, and I haven't seen this as pronounced as we like to talk about it. And I truly believe if we focus on economics, you will see there will be nothing like tribe in Africa.
Yes, sir. In Sierra Leone, I'm a Sierra Leone just like you, right? Okay.
Right.
I would agree to you to a certain extent, right? Our tribal is far away compared to what Nigeria is, and compared to a lot of African countries. We are not travelers to a certain extent. I'll give it to you on that part. 100%. We are not. You will not see us talking about another tribe the way like a lot of Nigerians or some other people from other countries. We don't do that. which is 100%.
But
right?
but even the Nigerians, if you look at it,
check this out.
uh-huh.
Check this out, right? Check this out, right?
Mhm.
But then in the day, right, when you have a leader that's corrupt, right? They have to use that tribalists for their structure of protection. Just like how Madabio came. When Madabio came to power, right? He went to what's his place? McKinney. McKinney is where the other people come from, right? That's not his people. What he did was he took the generators, right? He took the generators from that state, right? And brought it to his own people.
Yeah. But my brother, yeah. I understand. I understand that, but
he's trying to protect himself with his people.
Yeah, he can do. Yeah, my brother. Yes, of course, he can do that all day, today till tomorrow. But the Mende people are not going to go die in the street for him. They did not die for them in the street during the Civil War. Not now. Yeah, you will have few, but I'm talking about as a total, as a nation.
No.
They will not.
Our Civil War wasn't like built strictly on tribes.
Exactly. So you see, no, it's not. It's not. So I mean, I don't want to hold these people between. This is a fight between Sierra Leone. No. A corrupt leader in Sierra Leone, we have that. It didn't matter which tribe it is. Just like every African country, they're all corrupt. They're all corrupt. In Sierra Leone, we have every tribe that is corrupt. So the corruption is there. Yeah, that's a bigger. Who protect them? Who protect them? The corrupt people who protect them in Sierra Leone. Okay, in Sierra Leone right now. In Sierra Leone right now, you know, who protect. Okay, yeah, but my brother,
I have to go to the villages. Hold on. I have to go to the villages, right, and speak the language, right? When I speak the language now, they say, "Oh, this guy come from our side." You act like, come on now.
My brother. But my brother.
If I want to run for a position, right, I have to go to these villages and speak the language, right? When I speak the language, they're gonna feel like, oh, I'm one of them. But my intent is to come and steal. My intent is not to come and fix their problem. My intent is to create division. My intent is to blame the other side. That's the problem. That's the problem. You understand me, right? But at the end of the day, how do I persuade these people to vote for me? I gotta speak.
Well, how? Okay, learn the language and come up with a real plan. Where the real plan, you explain to them the plan and how you're going to pay for it, and you show them a concrete step by step how you're going to do that. If that village, even though it's a Mende president that we have right now that never brought a water to that village, if you can show them you can bring water to that village, I swear to you, they will vote for you. You see, the problem in Sierra Leone, again, we as Sierra Leoneans, if we want to make this about it, the problem is there's never been an accountability in our history. No accountability. Not for the Civil War, not for the Ebola, not for anything. This is not just government, this is including the ordinary citizens, not alone the Lebanese cartel that we have running the economy of Sierra Leone for the last 100 years.
It's easy. It's easy to fix Sierra Leone. It's easy.
So fix it.
If you have a good leader, you're not gonna have tribalist problem in Sierra Leone at all compared to most all these other countries. People would just fall in line like this easily.
Exactly.
Because in both parties you have a Mende stealing the money and the same party where the Timini controls. And then both Mende, the APC, you're gonna have Timinis there as well. So
exactly.
What I'm trying to say is these people are corrupt.
Exactly.
But
So
now they know how to attach themselves to the tribe.
So exactly, but my brother, yeah. I understand what you're. They use it, but the reality speaks for itself. The reality in Sierra Leone, the Mende and the Timini and the Fula and everyone else suffer the same. It's reality on them.
Now, good question.
The Mende don't have any special,
check
right?
This out. But to those people, They rather suffer under somebody else that's their own people.
Well, it's the same. Well, it's the same. Well, is it? But my brother, then it's the same thing in America here. We have people that vote for Donald Trump, even though they suffer under Donald Trump. Look what he has done. Yeah, look what he has done right now on his first year. You have more white people that will be suffer under him, but will still vote for him, still behind him. This is all over the world. This is that tribal instinct on human tribal instinct. Let's not make this as if it's just an African thing. This is a tribal instinct. No. It's a tribal instinct, universal. It's a human thing.
Yeah,
it's a human instinct.
But the problem in America, you will get water. You will get stuff. You see, they will make sure that people have stuff. And see, that's the problem in Africa.
No. Well, that stuff that you're talking about, that stuff that was built way back, right? But if you look at states like West Virginia, Mississippi, let's look at Mississippi. Let's go to Mississippi. In any statistical thing you want to look at Mississippi, it's a failed state. They've had Republican leadership in that state for the last 1,000 years, right? But the same people vote for the same people.
Yes.
Why? They will not vote for. They will not vote for a black man with a different view, with the right view. They will not. Right? But this, you go all over the world. This happens. You have this. This is a human thing. But we in Africa, we have been convinced. They have convinced us to make this as if this is a huge priority. It is not that huge priority. It should not be a huge priority. That's my point.
I get what you're saying. The difference is now, those leaders in Africa work for the West. They are not.
Well, thank you. Well, now you're speaking. Now you're speaking. Now you're speaking. Now you're speaking.
That's why I said to me, I don't care about what type of system you have in Africa. As long as your agenda is to better the people.
Exactly. So now, so you see now. So my brother, now you're coming back to my question. Let's take this back. Because my question, I want you guys to think about this, my brother and sisters. We are in a position, if we position ourselves well as Africans in our continent, because you have to remember everything that they need, from the drones to the missiles, it comes from Africa.
Facts.
We can be a player here where we can be a sanctioned player, where we can change the whole game.
Yep.
China today, my brother, my Sierra Leonean here brother knows, China today have a railroad in Sierra Leone. We don't have a railroad for anything for the public or for anything for Sierra Leonean. But China have a railroad that goes from the mining to the sea, to dump it to ships and go. No one knows what they're taking out.
That's madness. Crazy.
No one knows what they're taking out. My brother, start there. Me right now, to tell you the truth, we have set up plans. We have hold on. Let me just finish this. Today, Sierra Leone today, my brothers, I challenge all of you guys to look this up. We have 85% of the components needed to build manufacture solar panel in Sierra Leone.
Okay, no, check this out, right?
But we don't.
Say for instance, right? You want to you try to run to a local government in Sierra Leone, right?
Mm-hmm.
So within this, what people have to understand is this, right? There's within these communities, right? They have what you call it, like a states, right? Okay, within the states you have a cities or whatever they call it, right? So within these places now, you have the elders that are in charge. These elders could be the chiefs, right? The paramount chiefs, and then you have local chiefs, right? Then you have other families that are attached to these people, and then these families have a say. So within these local communities, right, as well, it's a massive place. They have their own way of doing things. They have their own societies. They have their own secret societies as well. You understand me, right?
Yes, so and that's a good thing.
Hold on.
That's a good thing. That's not a bad thing.
You're missing my point. What I'm trying to say is now, the way these people have been thinking, have been trained, it's been passed on generation. You coming in now, to try to persuade these people, you're going after somebody else. His way of doing things is to keep these people below. His way of prosper is to keep this town like this. So he benefit of the town to be stupid. So if you
my brother, the way
to try to fix this thing,
no, you don't come in to fix it. You don't come in to fix it. You don't come in to fix it.
Hold on. What I'm trying to say is these people has been brainwashed for years. Has been brainwashed for years how to think and operate the same way. They've been brainwashed like this, and then they thinking the other people from the other side is the enemy.
Hey y'all, we gotta close out. Everyone, thanks so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Till next time, family. That is Mirror Search for Huru. Peace.
Thank you.